and Morty, give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, all right.
And this is Reese, and this
And
is
this is
Soft
Soft
30.
30. And of course, we have DJ QAs and we have D. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
How
Hey,
y'all
Black
doing
Kings.
today?
good.
Rich, you look like one of them like basketball moms or
You know,
football
I feel like
moms.
a
The
total
football, they
fucking
be
mom
outside. The
today.
football moms with the hat on, like you sit on the side of the bleachers.
I don't know, like a soccer mom or a football mom or some kind of
Mom
sports mom,
in
athlete
sports.
mom.
How was your week?
Girl, long as fuck. So y'all know last week I was in Chicago. And the funeral actually turned out very, very nice. We were the only Black people in town.
Wow.
But it was nice. They were some of the nicest folk I've met. They were super dope. They was
Wait,
talking to,
question. Is no Black people in Chicago?
no. So we were in Paxton first. Paxton is an hour south of Chicago.
Okay.
So that's where the funeral was, and then we went to Chicago. So in Paxton, in that small town, it's about 3 miles wide and 3 miles long. So it's pretty small. That means that they really don't, interact with a whole bunch of Black folk. And the next town over is a ton of Black folks though, but just not in their town. But they were super cool. They were talking to us about a whole bunch of stuff, and my daughter's godmom was super happy that we came up there. I mean, no shade to anybody that watches this that know her, but if the shoe fit, I don't give a fuck if you wear it. But nobody from DC came. None of her co-workers, none of her students, her boyfriend, her stepchildren. And I really felt some kind of way because she does so much for people. And I feel like motherfuckers could have went. If you that scared of corona, you shouldn't be going outside, period. If you still going to the fucking park or Six Flags or the fucking grocery store, okay, then you ain't scared of corona. I don't really want to hear that shit. Even though I know I'm gonna get back on subject, but this was kind of going through my mind earlier this week about people that was like, yeah, I haven't eaten out since corona happened because you never know about those workers. I'm like, so the grocery store workers, what about them? What about the truck drivers that got to get the groceries to the store? What about the people that pack up the truck? What about the fucking farm or whatever it's on before it even comes? What about the farm that is at where it's alive, the animal before it's slaughtered? Like, you just sound crazy because no matter what, you can come in contact, whether you go to the grocery store or not, because even if you get somebody to deliver your groceries, you don't know if they being careful, and they definitely ain't being careful because that's your shit, not theirs.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I just got a really bad attitude this morning, y'all. I should have started with that, but it's okay. I ain't gonna let it get me down. So anyway, back to my point. Yeah, so nobody from here came, and I really felt some kind of way because she does so much for a lot of people. She let a lot of people live with her. She be running them money when they need it. Like, I just feel like they could have come. Like, even if you're scared, drive there and drive back. Like, you know what
But
I'm saying?
I think that's an excuse for people because I don't think nobody is really, really scared of COVID. They just use that for an excuse for a lot of shit that they don't really want to do.
Yeah, and I'm like, I didn't want, this shit was 11 hours. Like, I absolutely did not want to drive that shit. I drove it, I shut the fuck up and drove it. Like, period. So, yeah, I just didn't like that. I don't like that, I feel like she didn't have any support. And, yeah, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? Because if she not mad at cursing people out, I'm not going to get mad at cursing people out. But I definitely felt some kind of way. She felt some kind of way. Because when she was talking to me about it, she was just fucking sad. So that made me even more irritated. But I was like, whatever. Especially because I feel like she does the least for Naya, especially out of all of her godchildren and stuff. But, we still was like, all right, we going. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, guys. Hold on, give me a second. And so anyway, so we get to Chicago, y'all. We get to the beach. We get kicked off the beach because the beaches was closed. We didn't care. We still like,
well, y'all didn't run in and jump in the water real quick and then run back.
We did. Like, I was like, you gotta give us a few minutes. Like, we not about to just roll. So that was cool and stuff. Anyway, so Sunday morning, I wake up and I go get my car at the garage and I go park on the street, right? And my car get towed. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm reading a sign and I'm like, this sign say I can park from 12 a.m. I mean, it says no parking from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. So I parked my car at 8. How the fuck I get towed at 10? So I was so confused. I get to the joint, I get my car. Anyway, they write on the ticket that the sign says no parking from 6 to 12. I'm like, nah, bitch, it say the backward. So one of y'all idiots did job wrong. So I called my bank and we fight in a joint. And I could fight the ticket online, but I couldn't fight the tow until the city opened back up for like court and stuff. So I just got my bank to try to fight it. You know, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. I'm definitely gonna win that ticket though, because the sign I took a picture of is the total opposite of why you towed my fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was annoying as shit, but we ended up still having a really good time. Then we drove home. Like, we pretty much drove all night because we kept stopping and stuff. So we didn't get home till 7 a.m. on Monday. I went straight to work. I was up all day. I had to return the rental. I had to go to an evening job. Man, I was doing so damn much. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it was definitely a good road trip. Now I know I can do long distance road trips because I was definitely like minimizing myself to like everything within 4 hours as far as road trip. But now I know I can do that shit like with no problem. I was really proud of myself.
The furthest I'm trying to drive is like 8. That's at the most. I can't do more than that.
I mean, but you add an extra 3. You in Chicago.
Shit, tired.
Man, I'm telling you, we had to stop every 2 hours.
For real, because I get car sick, I get claustrophobic. Like, it just be too much going on. I'm like going crazy.
So Keita and Naya went with me. Them motherfuckers was out while I was driving. I'm like, yo, you're not supposed to leave the driver or wait. Like, by yourself, man. They was out. I stopped a couple times. They didn't even know.
Wow.
I was like, dang, like, y'all tripping. So, but anyway, that was super fun and stuff. Can't wait for the next road trips. I actually like road trips. Long as I'm with people that don't care how many times we stop. When I'm with motherfuckers, they be like, we gotta keep going straight. Suck my straight dick, okay? So anyway,
no, but I be like that too. Like, I only want to stop if I have to, because I'd rather just go and get it over with, because I already be freaking out.
Nah, my legs hurt and everything. I gotta stop. So anyway, yeah, Monday, you know, after being up all day and stuff, I ended up getting some sleep in the nighttime. Tuesday, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go back all black with my hair. So I go buy this stuff, and it's supposed to not rip out, but it's supposed to take away the color, what's the name? The rinse color from my hair, right? So I was super excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this pink and purple and blue out, and I'm gonna just go all black, you know? I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that shit, but my hair is so many different colors and look, it's still pink. I was so fucking irritated. Huh?
It was supposed to be black?
No, but it wasn't supposed to be black. It was supposed to take the color out of my hair. But it took my natural color out too. Because my natural hair is like black.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted the color out, and the joint took out my natural color. So I can put a black over top of it, but normally if you put like, my hair isn't blonde enough, so if I put a black over it, it's gonna look like a dirty green. So I pretty much gotta wait till my hair like settles in the color and stuff. And it doesn't look bad. I was blonde before, but I just want it to be all black right now.
Or at least one color.
Right. Like, Jesus, I was excited about being, because I feel like I look a little younger when my hair is all black. You know, you can see my wrinkles and stuff now, probably because I had a rough day too. That's why you can see all the wrinkles and stuff all in my face and stuff. But
That soft 30 getting harder and harder.
man, I'm telling you. So anyway,
Black don't crack. Y'all better stop it.
black don't crack when you ain't stressed. And even though I ain't stressed, you know, I just been having like a couple of days.
Kind of different view. The sun is getting me.
So then, what else happened this week? Man, I still my daughter's god sister came home with me from Chicago, and I still got her. It's been a week. She cool though. She ain't bothering me. So I'm like, oh well.
She just found some AirPods.
I text her their godmother on yesterday, and I said, I don't know when you're gonna get your child back. But I think she missed her. She was texting me stuff like, oh, if you get tired of her, let me know, or don't feel obligated to let her stay. I'm like, I don't feel obligated to let her stay. She not no 3-year-old where I gotta watch. She a whole 16. Girl, go do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. They really be minding their business.
Yeah, I'm like, they do not bother me at all. Sometimes we all three be in separate rooms. Like, I was like, I don't care. But whole T, y'all, I'm about to be kid free until Tuesday. Well, I don't know. We'll see. You know, my daughter a little bougie. Sometimes she don't like going places. But I might be kid free to Tuesday. I'm excited. I don't know if I'm asleep or like go do something interesting.
I think she gonna sleep.
I'm probably gonna sleep. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty. Oh, I don't even want to talk about my day today, baby. Next week I'll feel like talking about it, but I'm over it, so I'm just leave it at that. But yeah. Oh no! I did want to say this though. So y'all remember last week, 2 weeks ago, when I was telling y'all about the friend that I was chilling with, and I felt like she was shooting her shot and stuff.
Uh-oh, you gonna start some more mess up.
Yes.
Yes, you remember D. All right, cool. So
she's about to beat Reese up.
So I'm gonna start with this. Y'all know I love when somebody tell me not to talk about them on my podcast, like, because I go in. I'm like, you know, why the fuck? I'm like, I don't hide shit. Anything I say on my podcast, I'm gonna say to you. I put it out there for a fucking reason. I know any and everybody can see that shit. That's point blank, period. So anyway, she saw the podcast with me talking about her. So she ended up making a post after watching it, and she was like, I just saw something and it was funny, but it was messed up. It made me mad at the same time. And if you had something to say, you know, say this whole story or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, I looked at it. Oh, and then at the end, it was like, it was like, I know you gonna see this, and if you got a problem, call me. So I looked at it and I kept on scrolling because I'm like, if somebody got an issue with me, they definitely gonna call me. Like, I'm not gonna read no post. You know, I don't argue over social media. That don't happen. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't did that shit in over 10 years. So anyway, so then later the next day I got a text. She's like, hey, I want to talk to you about something. Let me know when you're free. So then she hit me again later and she was like, hey, can I call you now? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So anyway, I was kind of expecting us to like really get into it, but it was a very, very nice conversation. And I was like, it was such a good conversation that like later on, like a few hours later, I had text her and I was just like, you know, thank you for calling me and us communicating that. Like, it really shows me how much you're here for me as a friend and, you know, stuff like that. But in general, like, the conversation went good. You know, we didn't exactly see each other's point of view, but we still talked about it. We wasn't cursing. It was, it was just like two friends trying to settle something, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope as fuck because I was really prepared to be like, all right, whatever, just, let's delete each other number and this friendship gonna be dead. Like, before I even got on the phone with her, that's what I thought it was gonna be. But when it turns out something different and it's positive, like that should be like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, I get a little excited about shit like that because I feel like a lot of friendships and relationships and stuff like that can be easily worked out with a good conversation of everybody listening, nobody yelling. If you don't see each other's point of view, you agree to disagree, and it's like, okay, we're gonna leave it here.
But some people would have like listened to that and then just been like, okay, well, fuck her. That's how she feel, and not even say nothing about it. It just kept talking shit and hoping that you would just reach out to them eventually.
Right.
When it don't work like that.
Right. And I was really happy that
I'm
she
sorry. So you
did.
saying people will post an anonymous post about you, and then if you don't respond to it, it's like, well, fuck you. You know, I was talking about you.
Yeah, people are really weird. Yeah. And but I was going to reach out to her after I had saw that post, like if she hadn't texted me first. I was just gonna give her a few weeks or something, then hit her up and be like, hey, you good? What's going on, and then let her say her piece or whatever. But yeah, I really like that the conversation went the way it did. Because y'all know how I am with my friendships. Like I love my friends, and it's like I don't want to lose any of my friends, but I'm also like, if you feel like I'm not the friend for you, it's totally understandable. So I hate this angle right now. Oh my gosh, with my neck.
Get a good angle, girl. Lift your camera up.
All right, that might be a little better. So yeah. Anyway, it was just like I just thought that was dope. And shout out to her. But she told me not to talk about the podcast no more, so this will be the last time. It's like, nah. If we hang out, we're going to talk about it. And I did explain that to her, too, because she was like, if you had a problem, because she felt like what I said on the podcast made it seem like I had a problem with her. And she was like, if you had a problem, you should have come to me and instead of saying it on your podcast and stuff like that. And I was like, honestly, it's not that I don't have a problem with her, and it wasn't anything to me that was deep enough for me to have to come to her and say something. So that's why I didn't feel the need to do it. And I did explain that to her as well. So yeah, I thought it was cool that we actually got to talk it out. I really had more to say about that, but I don't remember because I had a rough day.
And this is the young lady that wanted to treat you like her girlfriend and introduce you as a girlfriend.
Yeah. So she was saying like it wasn't like that, that's not
Wait,
what she was thinking and stuff like that. And I was like,
wait.
all right, cool. And and then I told her some things to not say to me as a friend. And she said, okay, cool, and I was like, yeah, like it was definitely a nice it was good for us to talk about it and not just be like, well, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Friendship done. Because that's what
Right,
I thought she was gonna call me and say.
right.
Throw out a couple of bitch words and stuff like that, and then just be like, all right, bye. Like that's what I thought it was, but no. So anyway, yeah, that's it. Me and my blonde hair. Let's be done with our check-in.
You finished with your second?
Yeah.
Okay. So my weekend was great. And we had ended up going to this Saturday we went to I went to a water fight. That was really fun. And then after that I went to this pool party, lifestyle kind of pool party, and that was cool. It was pretty. The scenery was really pretty. It wasn't a lot of attractive people there, so like that was like interesting in watching any like extra activities, but it was cool. I had a good time, and I had invited a lot of people there, so we had like a nice good party or whatever. And Sunday, I had ended up going to one of my friends. Was like, hey, you want to go on this boat? I'm like, all right, I don't care. So we ended up going to her ex boy. Well, I don't know if they was together before, but her ex situation, it was his boat. So we ended up going out on a boat or whatever. So we get there, and it's like some other girls there. They celebrating their birthday, and it's me and three of my friends. So we go, and the guy like, hey boo, can you show them how to get up on the top of the boat to another girl? So I'm like, oh, okay. I ain't saying shit. So we go. She show us how to get up on the boat, on the top of the boat. So my friend like, did she just? No, we got on, but we went like through and climbed up on the bed and went through this little hole. It was just too much going on. With getting up on to the top of the boat. It was weird, and it was hot as shit. When you go down into the bedroom, it's like no circulation. Like I could not be able to sleep on that boat. I will pass out. But so then my friend like, did he just call her boo? And I'm like, he did, but wow, whatever. So we chilling, everybody cool, all the girls cool, the guys cool. He is actually an asshole though. He's a narcissistic. How you say that word? You know what I mean?
He's narcissistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, we
He's arrogant
remember I
as well.
talked to y'all about we gotta bring the narcissist guy. My friend, he specializes in that. So the story about him, just remember to table that for when we get him on the show. So go ahead.
Okay. So then we just chilling, whatever. We having drinks. They celebrating their birthdays and stuff, and it's good. It's all good. So then I did notice that he was calling a lot more people boo. Did he just say that? Because he called me boo. I was like, okay, so I'm telling her, maybe it's not that serious. So she was okay at first, and then she was like, well, she cute or whatever. So then as the night go on, they talking about like one of the girls, she do like these like burlesque kind of shows, but not burlesque. It's like more of like S&M and stuff, and she be burning people with candles and shit. She get paid for it. I'm like, bitch, can you get me on? Cause yeah, I'm with that. But so they was just talking about a lot of like sexual stuff. So then I'm like, well, damn, did he bring us on here to have like a fucking orgy? So then I'm like, listen, I'm about to go because I gotta go to work. So I'm like, I'm about to go. So then I'm like, well, to them, I'm like, well, I think y'all, to my other friends, I'm like, I think y'all should leave too. Because my one friend who was talking to the dude, she getting more mad about a second. Every time she take a shot, she getting more mad. So I'm like, well, I think you should go too. She's like, well, no, I don't want to go. I'm just trying to figure out,
I'm sorry. Why was she getting mad?
because I asked her. So she was saying that she was getting mad because he should have told her that. Well, she asked him, and he said that he wasn't fucking her. But she kept saying that he should have told her that another girl that he was talking or fucking to was going to be there. So that she don't walk into it blind, I guess.
Oh, so they were like dating, supposed to be.
That's the thing with my friend and her. They haven't been talking in like months. He hit her out the blue on Facebook like, hey, I got a new boat, come out. And it was like,
So,
oh, okay.
I have a secondary question about the boat, not to get off subject, but how you about to leave y'all on the boat? Go ahead.
Who's gonna leave us on the boat?
You said y'all was on the boat, right?
Yeah, we was on the boat.
So how you just about to walk out and leave?
Oh no.
And
We
we
didn't
stood at
go
the
like
dock.
on the water. We was at the dock. So I could get off at any time.
Y'all was just sitting at the dock chilling.
They was going to go out, but I was leaving before they actually went out because
Okay, got you.
So, but before they was ready to pull out, I'm like, I'm gonna go. But so I understood her point when she was saying that he should have just gave her a heads up. She said she was gonna still come, but so that she didn't walk into it blind. And he like, oh boo baby, and they flirting, touching, and kissing and shit. And so she like, oh damn. But I ended up leaving. I told them they should leave, and they said they didn't want to leave, but she said that they wasn't gonna do nothing. But I'm like, I got a bad feeling. Most of the time, if I have a bad feeling about something, and I'm telling y'all need to listen to me because it be right. So I'm like, well,
I mean, he definitely should have told her that the new girl was on there, but I understand why he didn't because of the simple fact that they haven't talked in
And that's what
a
I
few
said.
months. So it's like I see both sides of the
And it'll be
point.
different
But
if they
even
had.
if he was fucking somebody else on there, so what? You already there now.
Right, and then and that's what I was saying. Like, if they was talking consistently, seeing each other consistently, still fucking and all that, then that's different. But he definitely could have just said, you know, I'm gonna have so and so here. But anyway, they didn't listen to me, so I'm like, all right, I left. So then Monday, she texted me and she like, girl, I went off. I know, I knew that. That's why I said leave. But didn't want to listen to me. So she ended up going off. She said she went off on him, and then he was being himself and not listening to her and not even understanding her or whatever. So then the other friend went off and all this, and I said, "Oh, see, that's why I left. I had a bad feeling. I had to go to work any fucking way. I don't have no time for no kind of drama. Leave me out of that shit." And then y'all keep talking about how y'all don't got time for the drama and all that, but then you go and do shit like this. You should have just left. Because if any one of y'all was in a situation and y'all felt uncomfortable, y'all felt yourself getting mad, aren't you going to leave? Why stay in the situation?
Yeah, I'm a dip. I dip when the energy ain't feeling right. I be like, I ain't liking somebody energy up in here.
Yeah, like
So
something happening and I
I'm
got
a
to
roll.
go. Yeah, so they should have left when I said it, but they didn't. So whatever. So what else happened? I just worked really. Oh, so I started my other job on Monday, which was kind of out of the blue a little bit because they like just asked me if I could start on Monday on Wednesday, and then when I emailed the HR back, the person from HR back, I got an automatic email talking about I'm gonna be out the office from the 22nd to the 27th. What? How am I supposed to give you an answer of a yes or no when you gone? Anyway, I'm gonna start on Monday. I'm a little nervous because it's definitely like something different slightly, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but it's fine. But yeah, aside from that, nothing really exciting. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all this story.
Hold on.
And Reese, huh?
Under a minute right now on the no. Do y'all want to talk?
You did what?
Under a minute. Right now.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this story. And Reese, don't say shit. And none of y'all don't be trying to judge me. Cause Reese told me to block the nigga. But this will happen, right? So I was trying to step outside my box. And I always talked about this guy before, and I said he didn't really have anything. But somebody like, well, maybe, you know, maybe God sent me and us in this each other life for us to motivate each other. Well, not me, not him, because I'm already motivated, but for me to like, you know, help him or something. Anyway, so when I hear about like jobs and stuff, I will send it to him or whatever. So Monday, we was talking. He said he wanted to go out to the Crafty Crab. Fine, let's go. I love that place. So we go there, we get some food, and we go back to his cousin's house. And it's cool. We chilling, we eating. They having a game night. So that was cool. So then I think I seen him Monday, and then I think I seen him Wednesday and Thursday or something like that. It was 3 days this week. So anyway, so I'm like, well, he cool. He's a cool person to be around. Fine. So then yesterday, he's like, oh, what you about to do? Whatever. So I'm like, I had my goddaughter. You know, I ain't gonna do nothing. We're gonna just sit in the house. So I'm like, well, you want to come over? So he was like, oh, I'm about to smoke and take a nap. Okay, you know, fine. That's fine. So then he like, well, what you got, attitude? I said, that's fine. He was like, but I just saw you yesterday. Don't make a big deal about it because now I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out. Like I said, it's fine. So then, mind you, this dude sleep on his cousin's couch, which is it's fine. You know, that's his situation. Whatever. I
How
don't
old is
judge
this
him.
gentleman?
31.
Okay.
So I'm like, well, you're not gonna get sleep over there because it's people. You sleep on the couch. You know, it's people there, people in the living room. How are you gonna sleep? So then, as I'm asking this, he getting more mad, thinking I'm mad because I said you want to come over. He said he about to take a nap. Sir, I don't give a fuck. So anyway, I'm like, fine. We get off the phone. This nigga gonna text me like an hour later.
We're not interrupting. My bad.
Oh, okay. So This he gonna text me like an hour later talking about, so can you come and get me and we go to the Crafty Crab? I can't get no sleep. Sir, fuck no, I'm busy. What? Like, how you gonna try to put on this whole fucking show? I guess because it was people in the background making it seem like I was mad because you didn't want to come over and you wanted to take a nap when I knew you wasn't gonna be able to take a nap on the couch where all these people at. But I was trying to make a point, which you wasn't trying to listen. Now I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you. I was trying to be nice and step outside my box, and now I'm not. That's why the fuck I be closed-minded when it comes to guys. But
This
Listen,
this girl had posted.
you could be open minded. But go ahead, Reese. Go ahead. Say what you say. You.
Oh, I was just gonna say this girl said she had posted and said, you what you normally date to be happy sometimes. But I was like, that's bullshit because I was talking to a short girl and same old results. So it don't matter. I might as well keep
But y'all.
what
But
I
this
like.
is this is what I'm saying. My whole thing is just because it doesn't work with one person that may fit into some broad stereotype of a different category of person don't mean all of the people that have any, like, like somebody was like, if a person was like, well, I don't date black women, like, why? Well, I dated two black women in my life and we both ended up in bad relationships, so I don't date no more black women. You be like, that's stupid. You know what I mean? So you be
I
like, I don't date light skinned men, or I don't date Aquariuses, or I don't date fucking Geminis, or I don't date motherfuckers under 5'2". It could be some good people in those boxes that you put people in as a, you know what I mean? That's all I'm
mhm.
saying.
I understand that it just I mean, if you have like certain standards, right? And this is what you go off of, and then when you step outside of that and you get the same or less than the experiences and things that you already have or expect, it's like, why am I going to continue to go down this path that I always said I didn't want, and I tried it and it didn't work.
No, but
Not
but I'm saying no, though you can't take because it didn't work because he had one quality that might have the same quality as another person. So, for instance, like I'm saying, like just because you date two black women, they could be totally two different types of black women. You know what I mean? And the reason why their personalities are totally different, the reason why y'all didn't work could be totally different. But because they have this one similar thing in common, you can't relate everybody else that has that one similar thing in common to each other. Now, if it's a bunch of characteristics that somebody has in common, that's different. Like what you're saying for me is like, all right, what is outside your box about this gentleman? Let me ask you instead of saying what you're saying. What is outside your box for this gentleman?
so, and I'm gonna say this, and I hope that if you hear this, you do not get offended, because if it's true, you can't get offended. Um, well, this guy, he literally, and I told him the other day, like, you literally are the total opposite of the guy like I would even talk to or even entertain. Like, as far as like, he don't have a job, he don't have a car, he don't have a license, he don't have a place, like nothing. Like, he don't check any boxes off. But I
Right.
felt
So, all
like,
right, I'm all right. That's my point, right? Not to interrupt, but real quick, because if he doesn't check any boxes off,
mhm,
you can't say. But characteristics about him will mean that the same person that may not have one of the characteristics doesn't check any of the boxes off.
well,
You,
he have a nice personality, and he's fun and he's funny, but
but
he probably have to be that way because he don't have any else to
but you
push.
just saying because he's not employed or something, right? He's not getting money. I don't. He could start. What if he start getting money tomorrow?
I mean, that would change things, but like Something happened to Reese phone. Q.
Join back the same link.
Do it the same way.
It says connecting.
Oh, I guess it's going to come. But I mean, overall, he's a nice guy, and hopefully, he will get himself together. I don't feel like he is trying because I did send him jobs and he ain't fill out for none of them. So maybe he okay with where he is, and that's fine. That that's fine. That's what he chooses to do. That's fine. But I'm just not on that kind of level. And I don't like how he was trying to start some shit yesterday, trying to piss me off and bring me out of my character. I ain't like that no more. I ain't all crazy and ready to fight no more. I'm grown now. I'm grown. I ain't about that life. But Risa, you want to just use my camera so we can move on to the
Yeah, I'm great.
Yay. Okay, so y'all. So the other day, right? I seen this. We're gonna go with this other one first. So I seen this post, and it was like, a real lady don't finish her food on the first date. That shit, that is so crazy to me because I remember like back in the day, like when you first start dating, it's like, well, you gotta eat pretty and you can't be all greedy in front of the person, all this and that, or you can't take a box. Like you gotta leave the food. What? I remember when I was this one dude and I had food, and I'm like, he had food too. We went to this expensive ass restaurant, and he's like, I didn't even eat half the food. So then I'm like, oh, can I get a box? And he's like, no. I'm like, no. What you mean, no? I want a box. And he's like, well, no, we don't take boxes. We don't take food home from the restaurant. What do you mean? Who don't take food?
I'm taking my food and I'm not talking to you no more.
Like,
Well,
that's
I
crazy.
mean, no, but listen, there's a lot of people that don't eat any leftovers. I know a lot of people like that, but they have it in their budget to getting more new food every day. So I mean,
I understand.
you
But if it's good food and it's barely eaten, like, we can eat it in a couple hours. We ain't got to save it for the next day.
I understand that too, but I mean, again, like I say, it's people that got the budgets. So I can't judge.
That's
It was
crazy.
a really
I
nice
don't think I would
restaurant,
ever
right?
be like,
Huh?
I don't think I would ever be like that. Fuck that, I'm taking my food. I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
yeah. I mean, for myself personally, I take food from places, and even if I'm not going to eat it, I will give it to somebody that's hungry. Now, depending on what it is, if I actually ate out of the plate, I wouldn't do that. But a lot of times that's when I grab boxes, I make sure to give it to somebody who needs it. That's like, that's a problem with food waste in America. But anyway, uh, uh like again, I know a few people that don't eat any leftovers. It's going to be eaten once it's prepared, and if it's not that, then they preparing new food, but they got it to do that. So whatever, you know.
I guess it depends on what, like with me, it depends on what kind of food it is, because sometimes I won't eat it if it's left over. I won't eat it, but it really depends on like what it is. But the
So
food.
so you stopped talking to him because he had a lot of money and wanted to not take
No, no,
food?
no, no, no. I ain't stopped talking to him. We was talking. We was
said I
chilling.
would
Yeah,
stop
that was
talking to
Reese.
you.
No, we was cool. I was spending all that money for that.
I mean,
I will leave this place.
Obviously, I
When
you
you
know,
turn
that's
your head,
not
I'm gonna
a
get a
reason
box.
for me to stop talking to somebody, so I probably wouldn't stop talking to the person. But we definitely going to have a talk about, I take my food home. Even if I don't like it, my daddy might like it, my mama might like it, somebody I know might like it. So
Yeah.
you crazy. I don't leave. We pay for it. Let's just take it. I don't care if we have it or not. And that gets to my kind of like where I be talking about, like, if I get whenever I become wealthy and I'm still gonna be cheap and stuff, and people be like, no, you say that now. No, I'm still gonna do the same cheap old things I do. That's how I get to save money now. So if
No,
I have
I
more
mean,
money that I
listen,
can save, that's how I'm gonna be.
I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you. It's strategies for being frugal. It's not necessarily being cheap. You know what I mean? It's not wasting money. A penny saved is a penny earned type of thing. But I'm just saying, it's people that don't like they like. You know, I had certain things I wanted to get when I was little. That once you're able to do that, you like, I'm never doing that again. You know what I mean? Like, if you only like, I know, like, for instance, one of the people that don't eat leftovers, his mom worked at a restaurant, and all he ate was leftovers.
Okay, that makes a
You
lot
know
of
what I
sense.
mean? So it was like, he's like, I'm never eating leftovers again. I make my shit new, or it ain't happening. Like, I wanted to be able to get a candy dish with full size candy. Y'all see how my shit set up? Yeah, I didn't even eat the shit. But I just that's when I was little. It's something I couldn't have. Now I'm able to do it. So it's a lot of reasons people do a lot of stuff. But yeah, Reese, you're absolutely right. Just have a conversation. Like, and if they're
And if they have a good, like, even the whole leftover story that you just did, like, that's kind of even a story for me to be like, all right, when I'm with you, I won't get leftovers. But now you have to sit there and watch me stuff my face. Right.
Like, I'm not letting the food go to waste.
But I'm definitely like, I don't care if it's the first date or what. Cause I remember one time, my mom was like, "Oh, what you to the Crazy Crab? You know how the Crazy Crab have the all you can eat seafood, and it's kind of like the crab boils, but it's like different flavors, and it's like all you can eat." And she was like, "Well, would you go on the first date here?" Fuck yeah! I'm gonna eat all these crabs and be messy and have it all over my face and on my hands.
Well, I won't have it on my face, but my hands gonna look terrible.
If
I just
it
make
get
sure I
there,
have my nails done. That's like,
I'm just going to eat like I would regularly eat. Like, I'm not about to, like, just be like, I got to be cute in front of him. Because eventually, if you're going to continue to talk to him, eventually he going to see the real you.
yeah, but I don't want to choke on the first date, wolfing down food.
You can eat it no more.
I'm kind of a foodie. Like, I love food. I love trying new food and stuff. So, I'm just.
Oh, yeah, we want to eat some lamb chops. I know this was, like, off the subject, but we want to go get some lamb chops.
I'm going to get some frog legs, too.
I'm not going to do the frog legs.
I'm kind of bored with food right now because my options are so limited, and I just feel like I've had everything, and I'm just like bored.
That's what I was saying. It's like hard to do that. It's so many other ways. Like, you can be healthy, eat very healthy, and you don't have to have a large variety, but just for variety's sakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but yeah, you got it. Frog legs is cool.
You ate frog legs?
I've eaten them before. They were fried. They was cool.
It's like
yeah,
chicken?
I want them fried.
I really can't remember. I guess I'll just leave it. Yeah, I guess it tastes like chicken. It tastes like frog, but
frog
tastes
chicken.
like meat. It just tastes like meat. But that's the thing that be scary, because like it tastes like maybe like the meat you'll have in a carry out. Like,
Oh, and yeah, so then you really don't know what you're eating at the curry out or like different places.
but nah, I was eating a frog. It was on this. It had its legs on it, so it was a frog.
Wow. Okay, so moving on. So I have seen. Oh, the other day I was watching this video, right? And it was on one of the merge boot camps. And one of the couples, they had to like reenact each other, and then they was talking about. So the girl was like, "Oh, you always trying to go through my phone and blah blah," and then the dude was like, "Oh, you always cheating on me." But so the moral to the story is, the guy cheats on the wife, and he said because the wife don't be trying to have sex with him, so he got to go out and get it from somebody else. So why? And when we were talking about this the other day, like, why because I know a lot of situations and people in relationships, and they be like really upset, but they don't want to have sex with their person, but then be mad when a person go and step out on them. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I know that it's wrong. I know that it's wrong for them going to cheat. I understand that. But what do you expect from your person if they are in need of this and you won't give it to them?
I definitely think it's crazy because, like, if somebody's like, you keep cheating on me, and the guy or girl will be like, well, I'm cheating on you because you ain't giving me none. But then you still don't give me none. It's like you're saying, all right, go ahead.
Right.
I mean, I'm confused. Like I told you what the issue was. You did nothing about it. I have to do something about it, and that's get my rocks off.
All right, but see, all right, but why am I not giving you none? So what's that issue? Because you got
let's talk about it. Let's figure it out.
They had an argument from last week and they still mad. Like little dumb shit. What I don't.
But what I'm saying is to go and fuck somebody else, nigga, or you know what I'm saying? It's like, why before I have a conversation with my young lady, I would be very upset if she fucked somebody because I didn't have sex with her, you know, because it was a reason. You know what I mean? Like it was like I'm not just gonna fuck you to fuck you.
But I think I think that it has to be like a wow of not fucking. Like I don't think they just like, hey, you trying to have sex? And they be like, no, and then go right on out. I think it has to be like
a week later.
No, like
some time later.
You like longer than months. Because if my person don't want to have sex with me for, you know, a few weeks, I'm not gonna think nothing of it. After a while, I'm gonna be like, I mean, what the fuck is happening? Like you don't like the pussy or something? Like what's going on?
But I be thinking that after the first time you say no, like what you mean no? Like what the fuck? What's happening? They don't communicate. Do you not like it? Do I smell funny?
Are you not attracted to me
like what?
Like,
I need to shave.
Right.
I need to do some
I'm
kegels.
always down for changing up whatever, you know. But it's about communication. We just said that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but I'm just saying. I think women feel entitled to sex whenever they want it, but sometimes you just don't be in the mood as far as men. But women never feel men are never not in the mood to have sex.
I don't understand that.
I mean,
I'm not used to men not wanting.
You know, a guy like in a you know, over 10 years. So I don't know. But I would assume that they wouldn't be in the mood all the time. Like, what if they had a stressful day at work? It's just like women having a stressful day at work. Like, you might not want it. So, you know, but like I said, I also haven't dated a dude in my adult life. So I don't know how, you know.
Well, these are conversations I've had with dudes, plenty of dudes. You know, especially when they've been in long-term relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't leave it like that.
I had two. Was it only two? I think only two people told me no, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like I'm thinking, like, "What? Why are you telling me no?" I don't even think I had a conversation with the first one. I think I said something to the second one, but I didn't really get like.
I remember I told you,
but it's just weird. I just felt weird because I'm just not used to like a man saying, "I'm the one to be like, no, move," you know, fighting them off of me. Like I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I remember when me and Kiki, I told y'all me and Kiki first got together. She wouldn't give me none. She made me wait. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, is this nigga not attracted to me? Like, is she, like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? That she don't want this good. And I was like, maybe she just thought I was a hoe or something. I was like, you know, my pussy ain't been around. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. You can eat it. It's fine. But, yeah, so.
I think, so the ex-boyfriend, when the one remember I tell the story all the time when I felt like I was about to die. Him when we first started talking, and like I was like really trying to like have sex because I was trying to like use him to get over the ex one. I don't know if y'all ever tried that, y'all men or Reese. I don't know if you ever tried that either, but of course it didn't work out because he kept telling me no. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we would lay together, like, at least, I swear for like 3-4 months, we would lay together, and I would be naked, and he still would not touch me or nothing. Like, he didn't even want to hold me or nothing. Like, I was like, did I tell you? I was like, I think he gay.
Yeah. And I had second that, and I still think it's facts. But
I would say, was he gay?
Well, eventually we started having sex, but it wasn't. It was too quick. So it never really. We was together for a long time though, but it never really got like better.
I haven't used anybody for sex to get over another person, but I did use somebody for sex so they can teach me how to have sex, so I can go back to the other person that I was having bad sex with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay. Well, because like when I had like a better experience, I was like, well, damn, man, I want to go back and fuck him because I know how to do shit now.
I had to. That was that situation for me because I was with somebody. We were together about 5 years or so, and she broke up with me because at the time I did not know how to have sex. Like, for some reason, my pussy eating game was not catching on. And it wasn't like, she used to say stuff like, maybe you're just not attracted to me. And I was like, yo, her body was fucking everything. She was sexy as shit.
But sometimes you gotta guide the person.
Right. The thing was, she could not teach me how to have sex. Mm-hmm. And she was the first woman that I had sex with, so I didn't know how, I didn't know what to do, and she couldn't teach me. So when we broke up off that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead over here. Little shorty gonna teach me how to eat, and then I'm gonna go back. And that's what I did.
Redeem yourself.
I had to go redeem myself. Mm-hmm. I felt like a loser. I was like, nah, I
definitely think communication is definitely key, though, especially when it comes to sex when you're in a relationship. Because if you don't say nothing, how do they know? How do they know to change it? So
I used to ask Kiki stuff all the time, like, the next day or something, like, oh, you still like the way you pussy, or whatever like that, because I'm like, I want, if I ain't doing something right, don't let me keep doing it wrong. Tell me so I can fix that shit. I'm make it clear. Don't touch right there. I don't like that. Stay below the clicky ring. Yeah, I let it be known what's it up, because I'm having sex to have an orgasm. I ain't having it just a fake one. So,
all right, because that's important. That's the most important part.
That's the important part about sex. If you ain't making a baby, you got to have that orgasm.
Mm-hmm. So I want to, you finish? Yeah. So I want to move on to the last thing, guys. So I know y'all heard about the whole Tamar Braxton, and she was trying to commit suicide and everything like that. But I don't want to talk too much on her situation, but on like reality show people in general and like celebrities in general, about how like you never know like their life really, like it's a lot of them are stressed out and their lives are being controlled by these contracts that they're signing and not getting the full detail of the contract. And like now they stuck in this for so many years and they can't get out of it. Well, can they get out of it? I don't know. Probably not.
So most likely.
Yeah, so it's like they got to go through all this. Some of them end up with no money at all or a little bit of change after they went through hell. And then like Kanye going crazy. Like, what I think is something going on up in this Hollywood world. I think it's some sneaky, some underworld stuff. I don't know, man, but I think that I think that it's if you let the Hollywood change you and get to you, I think that's what makes people go crazy. But I think like if you know like what you signing up for and you signed this deal, obviously with your signature, so you just gotta like with the whole Love and Hip Hop, how they talking about, oh well, I started the show for it to be one way and then Mona had this and this and that. If you know your life was like this before this show, why not block all of that other shit out? Because you want the check and you want to continue the drama and all of that, like all that stuff on somebody else.
Right. I think especially like certain ones, you already know kind of what to expect and stuff, and you can't get mad if I mean, you can get mad after a while because I don't think I would want to be in the spotlight. Like, I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in the spotlight. But if I was, I was on there for something crazy, I would expect people to. Y'all know how internet people are. They say everybody got big mouths over the internet. That's fine. I don't read nobody over the internet. But everybody got big mouths over the internet. All they gonna do is slide in your DM and be like, or stupid, or whatever like that. Like I got a couple of people on my Instagram that they'll be inboxing celebrities or reality stars and stuff.
We lost connection, ladies, if you can hear me. Ladies, we lost connection.
Screenshot. Us, can y'all hear us?
I must have tried to you.
All right, y'all back. You're back.
Oh, hey guys. We left off at.
But I think like with the reality shows, like with Cardi, like what you was talking about the other day, Reese, like Cardi ain't changed. It is the whole Love It. Well, she was only on Love Hip Hop for that one season, I think.
I think too. But either way, she used it to her advantage, and that was the thing. You have to use stuff like that to your advantage. You can't go on there acting too crazy that motherfuckers won't find you. And if you do happen to act too crazy, that means that you ready to only be with reality because nobody's going to give you a contract. You know what I'm saying? And then they even started showing stuff like that where some of the girls would be just acting ghetto and fighting all the time, and then they would go see a producer, and the producer would be like, well, I don't want to work with you because all you do is fight. Or no, you can't perform at my club. No, you can't have a party at my club because all you do is fight. So the ones that keep on going with it after they hear all that, that means that they ready for only reality, and that's okay. But when you want to take your especially if we're only considering Love and Hip Hop in a sense right now, like if you want to take your career to the next level, you got to change that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like the people kind of know what they want, but the reality is kind of fast money. I mean, kind of easy money, not it's easy right now money, not thinking about the wealth of the future money.
Right.
I think the thing is, especially with reality, the people that are successful are using reality to brand something else. They have another business in mind. The reality show is a vehicle to promote their other business. Like Candy from the Real Housewives of Atlanta would be the perfect example of that. Anything that's in her storyline will always just be about her business, something like that. Who else? Who else? Cardi B, like you mentioned. Cardi B was on there. Her whole thing is she's not a love person. She's a hip hop person first. She's a rapper. She was rapping, so that's why she stopped popping for rapping. They was like, let me check her music, and her music was good. So, pop. Um, and her personality. She's a star. She had a big, large Instagram following beforehand. You know what I mean? Right. So she was using Love and Hip Hop to promote her Instagram. You know what I mean? That's the vehicle. That's how you use it or not let it use you. But if you don't have any other vehicle or any other aspiration, if you just dating a person and so you be in a club all the time, but you don't have a business, you don't have any other thing that you can put forth, then that's all you get. And those be the ones that end up broke. Those be the ones that end up taking the bum deals. Those be the ones that end up in these situations. Because if you're going to promote your brand, that's one thing. But if your brand is that you turned up, nah, then you got to be turned up all the time. You know what I
Right.
mean? Your brand is appearances and walkthroughs, but you the turned up. It ain't no real business. You don't win like that.
And then some of them, like you can tell, like every season they in the new house, moving into a new, and then they all be rentals.
And that's what I say. Like, it don't even be like theirs. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they live in apartment. They probably live in an apartment, a small condo, or stay with somebody, stay with their mom or a family member or something like that. That's a lot of people's situations, but they hide it. You know, again, you promoting your antics, or you promoting a business. That is who succeeds throughout reality TV and media in general. Because even though Kanye has antics, his antics go to support and promote his businesses. He's always dropping something right around it. That's why a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm done with Kanye now," because like they like you using all this stuff, but you using it just like, "Oh, I'm dropping this music. Go check out what I just said," or "I'm dropping these shoes. Go check out these shoes I'm just dropping." But yeah, I'm going crazy at the same time. So you know what I mean? So it works, but I don't know. I don't know.
I just be feeling bad for some of these celebrities, and I just hope everything work out for everybody. And from Tamar to Kanye to Megan, I hope all of y'all get better soon.
So about that, Megan, how do y'all feel about Tory Lanez? If the alleged series of events is true, and the rapper, producer, singer guy Tory Lanez pulled out a gun and shot Megan Thee Stallion. Allegedly, that's what people are saying. I don't know. I wasn't there, but how would you feel about a person like that, a celebrity or somebody like that, to do something like that to another celebrity? Is that worse than what Chris Brown did to Rihanna?
I think it's on the same level because it's a violent crime against a woman from a man.
What is domestic violence?
Yeah, but I think that, I mean, I like him still as a person. He definitely, if he did do it, then he should get, punished for his crime that he did, because he did do it. Or what if he did it?
You don't know him as a person. You like him as an artist.
Yeah, I like him as an artist. Yeah, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how I really feel about it, because I like them both.
I mean, I think they definitely should investigate it, because I literally only heard one story, and that's she was beating him up or something, and he couldn't get her ass off him.
Well, he is a little
he a little guy.
But he didn't have to go and shoot her. That's crazy. That's a bitch move,
if they do the investigation and he shot her in self-defense, which I think you can't use that as self-defense because you can't bring a gun to a knife fight in a sense. So they would still try to charge him some kind of way, I think.
No, you that's what Zimmerman did. So you can't use it as self-defense. But so how do you feel about that scenario, that they got into an argument and she was whipping his ass? Or if you get into an argument with a guy and then you start beating him up and then he pulls out a weapon?
No. You take the L.
I think
if you beating me up, I'm gonna take my ass with
I think you should take the L, because she not about to beat you to death. Like, now, she not trying to kill you. Y'all just fighting.
Did you see what that girl did to Bow Wow?
Huh?
I seen that.
Seen what?
When Bow Wow got beat up from damn, what's her name?
And he should have pushed her ass away from him.
But did you see what she did? I'm definitely not, listen, I'm not justifying pulling out a weapon on any woman. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying, where does the guy have to take a point to defend his life from a woman?
But
beat her ass.
I'm asking a question. Don't yell at me. I'm just asking a question.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to yell. But I mean, beat her up. Like, I think that
did Bow Wow get her off of him, try to get him off at all, or was he just blocking?
What if she
Oh,
can't
I
beat
gotta hear
her?
that.
It's
What
not
if
He
about
better
beating
run.
her.
He
Like,
better run
I'm
and
going
sue.
because if I had a son and he, was getting beat
I'm,
up by a
I'm
girl, I
just
would tell him
asking?
like, push that girl down to the motherfucking ground.
Yeah, like
Knock
try to
her
use
out,
all
like,
your might
and
and
if
push her
all
down.
else fails, give her one good shot to the chin. She gonna stop, okay? Because one good shot to the
Or
chin.
body slam her. I got body slam before I stopped fighting.
Like you got.
I was like, I'm finished. But that was back in my younger days when I used to hit men. I don't hit men no more. I got body slam. I was like, oh, I'm finished. I will never do this shit again. My back was hurting.
But like, and what I will say, and this is off subject. No, it's not. It's just an extra subject to what we're talking about. But I seen a lot of people, and they were posting right after this happened, and it was like it was a hashtag. Tory Lanez started something. It was like a shooter ass all summer. She a hot girl shooter. She this shooter. She that shooter. And they were talking about
that's garbage.
yeah. So they were talking about just shooting women for whatever various reasons. And what irritated me about it was I only saw black men posting it.
Wow.
That
But
irritated me. And then it made me think back to me getting threatened, saying that somebody was going to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like y'all joking about this shit, but y'all really be doing
some
it.
real life shit.
Y'all real like, and then don't get me wrong, bitches be shooting niggas too, and we all shoot each other. But like, it's different when you sitting up there making jokes about this shit. Like, I don't know. I ain't like it at all.
I think there's a lot of punk ass guys out there. If you even post some stuff like that, if you think that's funny, you just got to check yourself. A lot of people don't have no one who can check them, but it's crazy, ladies. I don't know. We have less than a minute.
We good. We checking out.
Yeah, we gonna check out. Hey, when I was laughing a couple minutes ago, it was because somebody popped. You know how iPhones, if somebody text you, it could say maybe such and such. This joint said maybe big sexy.
Okay, I go.
Hey y'all, so we checking out. Soft30. We are out.
Peace, love, and positivity.
Until next week.
Episode
141.
141. Girl, you just found out.